Kia ora, g'day, welcome back once again. This is part 2 of the 2-part documentary that I've seen for the Navy SEALs Buds Class 234. I've done 3 reactions so far. That was all to part 1. So back now with part 2. Shout out to those members and followers who have asked if and when I would get back to this one. Apologies, I dropped the ball on this one because of the other things that I've got on the list that I've been doing. But it's still on the list. I just haven't gone back to readdress it. So here we are. Let's jump back into this.
Get it up, keep it up, keep it up, get that thing up.
Class 234 begins its second day of basic underwater demolition SEAL training by running the obstacle course. The mood is somber. 4 more students have quit.
Howard should be up.
For the remaining 77 students still recovering from day 1, day 2 promises to be no easier.
I'm a little worried. Did a lot of push-ups yesterday. I'm hoping my arms will hold out.
It's a long put-out evolution. About 8 minutes, that's about it. Everything you got.
Schaefer and Class 234 have run the O course before, but today, the biggest obstacle will be time.
The toughest thing is you have to mentally get through the obstacles. It's hard physically, but you can do it as long as you tell yourself you can do it. The instructors, all they want to see is that you're safe and you're fast. For me, the worst one would be that slide for life. It's hard. You pretty much explain it by the time you get to the platforms, and by the time you're on the line, your arms are spent. It takes a lot of self-motivation to get yourself down that line without falling down.
It's never one circumstance that overpowers a student. It's an accumulation of events.
Where do you are, sir?
Where you are right now?
Oh, yeah.
So you didn't do the O course.
Negative.
Now you're over here doing push-ups.
You told me to go get Wednesday.
Because you were standing out of line over here.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to Mr. Gates, telling him to take me out the buster.
Right. Why did you let me know?
Doing what you told me to, sir.
You want to get one?
Oh, yeah.
You never know what a guy's thinking. Thinks about it, finally makes that decision. He's got that little bug in his head saying that, should I quit? And then that's it.
The pain of day 1 lingers.
DOR. I don't know what the DOR stands for. They probably said it in part 1, but it's been that long since I've done a reaction to this 2-part documentary that I've forgotten, or maybe I didn't even know what it was there on the first part that I did. DOR. Something to look up later, or something that people might drop in the comments.
For some, such as Demeter, yesterday's pain is today's sense of humor.
Scale of 1 to 10, about 13. I fell off the balance logs today, so that was pretty bad. Other than that, I do all right. I'm in the very top percentage of the class, but thinking about changing that after I see all this. Just get done earlier. It's just more time to go get sandy and wet.
I think he was the guy. I remember his face anyway. I think from one of the reactions in part 1, that was during the room inspection or barrack inspection, and he was like, "There's a hell week," or something like that. Seems like he's got a good sense of humor anyway, which you definitely need within the Defence Force. But I think a sense of humor helps in anything really. Doesn't want to get done so early, because then it's just more time to get sandy and wet.
Others, such as Jackson, rely on patriotism for the motivation to succeed.
Wow, the SEALs, if ever would happen to USS Cole, I want to be one of the guys on the front line that makes absolutely sure that doesn't happen.
But humor and duty will carry a student only so far. Ultimately, it comes down to personal resolve.
I wanted to go and push my limits, and I met my limit, so that's it. I'm just bowing out.
What'd your wife say when you came?
that there is an example, like full credit to him, full credit to anybody that goes, that puts their hand up to get on the start line for anything, whether it's Navy SEAL selection, whether it's whatever it is. But I can't help but feel that if you're going to look to do something, you should go in all in, like almost like burn the boats type mindset. That's just what I think anyway. As I've reflected back on the things that I've tried to see what it's like, I've typically not seen it all the way through. I've typically failed. When I've gone in all in and just burnt the boats in essence to a degree, I can't think of a time where I haven't seen it right through to the end and where I haven't succeeded in some way, shape or form. That, for me, it's been a success. And if I think of, probably a couple of things come to mind as the selection as one example in New Zealand, and the cycle, which I fully committed to. Then what happened, and then deciding to go to Australia, sort of burnt the boats back here, just went and fully committed to Australia and loved it, did what I did there. And then this YouTube, like when I first created a channel, YouTube and the podcast, it was great. It was feeling great. Speaking with all these awesome people, learning heaps. The channel was experiencing some growth, and that was cool. But I wasn't in the right headspace for that. Then things started to creep in around, oh man, like we're just having these people come on to the podcast, but they're not really getting anything out of it. Maybe they were. I don't know. But it seemed like myself and my brother-in-law, when we were running the podcast, like it seemed like we were getting all the benefit out of it. And so, yeah, and so that was playing on my mind, and then a few other things happened, which I put out a video in terms of why I dropped off. So I think everything just worked out well, worked out the way it was meant to. And now coming back here, I'm not looking to try to push my limits on YouTube. I've just gone all in. I've said that in a few videos, made the decision in probably late March, early April, and just went, you know what? I'm just going to go Hundies, full commitment on this, full send on this channel, and see what happens. And I think that's where the difference is. So coming back to the guy here that mentioned he wanted to see where his limits are, and he's at his limit, so he's bowing out. Man, full credit to him, mate, for doing that. But I just think, and I've shared it in other videos, if you want to commit to whatever it is, whether it's special forces, whether it's business, whether it's becoming a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, a whatever, then I reckon if you go all in and just commit everything, understanding that you may fail, understanding that it may take a long time, not having any grand expectations, I think you're in a much better place. And you'll have, I think anyway, because it's worked out for me in a number of cases, I think you'll give yourself a better chance of being successful. Anyway, respect to this guy again for what he's done and just his comments here, and it's time for him to bow out, as he says.
I came home and she was out doing a Bible study with somebody. I took a bath, and then she came home and told me she wasn't feeling well. She was feeling sick. She wanted sympathy. I told her to give me a massage.
The instructors dislike television cameras, and Demeter's interview lasts too long to suit them.
Can you talk and push him out at the same time?
Yeah.
All right,
Their message is clear. There is only one reason to be here.
I was gonna say, man, they're giving him a lot of airtime on the camera, and then Nick Minna, he seems like he's got a good sense of humor though. But yeah, I mean, and then the camera guy is there right in his face while he's got to crack out some more push-ups. So maybe just a bit of awareness on the part of the cameraman might be helpful. But hard case, I love the narration here by, sounds like a female doing the narration for this video.
The surf is higher and the water colder than yesterday. The tired boat crews are overwhelmed. The SEAL instructors realize guidance, not punishment, is what's needed. A key for all potential SEALs is learning about their individual limits, knowing what is possible and what is not.
Controlled aggression is the most important thing when you're doing this evolution. You have these waves that are coming in here. You have to get out there. You have to be aggressive, but you have to control it. You're not just paddling like a bunch of wild men, reckless abandon. Tomorrow night, this is going to be very important because tomorrow night we're going to be doing night surf passage. You're not even going to see where those waves are coming from. All it takes is a little bit of fog, no moon, and it's going to be very scary. Are there any questions? Hey guys, take this, all this shaking and all this cold you got going on right now, harness it, turn it into aggression. You think you'd rather be sitting out there on a ship right now? No. It's a good day to be in buds. The sun is up, playing in the surf zone, having a little bit of fun. Let's do it. Let's tear it up. Let me see you guys do it. Come on, you got a boat. Let's go. Fire it up.
It is said that the ocean can make cowards of us all. Every SEAL knows any man can be broken physically. When Chief Taylor confronts Rivera, he chooses words, not push-ups, to communicate his displeasure.
You were sitting out there past the surf zone. Instructors are in here wondering why you guys weren't coming in while everybody else was in here.
She told her I had to instruct my guys how to dump boat. They had a hard time dumping boat.
Oh, Rivera, come on, man. Mr. Burns saw that you guys made it out, and he thought, well, that's great. They made it out. They're the only ones. But you weren't the only ones. There were a bunch of boat crews that were out there, turned around, started coming back in, trying to be successful, and you guys sat outside the zone. And now you're coming in here telling me that your guys had a problem dumping boat? It's the effort that we're looking for. That's the most important thing. We want the effort. And in that instance, they weren't giving it to us.
After 2 days of big surf, the effort becomes too much for Jackson.
After yesterday, when I hurt my ankle, what I felt then wasn't really what I wanted to feel. I felt a little bit of relief that I was injured. And that really bothered me a lot. I was like, well, is this really what I want, or am I just out here for the hell of it? You know, every time you go out of the water, the warmer person in your boat is supposed to go out with you. And the other guy was about to jump in, and I just said, don't worry about it, guys.
And it must be hard. I'm wondering if they must have to get out past the surf break, dump the boat or capsize, and then get back in and then come back in. I wonder if that's what they were meant to do, or wonder if they're just supposed to get out past it and then just turn around and come straight back. Because looking at it, yeah, there's a lot of boats getting dumped. Clearly they're tired, eh? They've been putting in a heck of a lot of work. Their bodies are sore. They're cold. Yet some of the fine motor functions can start to play up or play havoc with regards to using the oar and trying to stay in time and in sync with your teammates to try to keep that craft, that boat, as straight as you can when coming back in. You can see it starting to come, and then it angles off, and then makes it a heck of a lot easier for that surf to come in and just blow you over or end up dumping you. So yeah, hard, man. And then this guy's speaking about a rolled ankle, so let's see what he does, whether he's it says, are you calling it a day? Let's see what he has to say.
Are you calling it a day?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Mr. Burns is standing over there. Go let him know what your intentions are, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck, dude.
I heard that, and good luck to you. I suppose at that stage when they come across, I'm guessing, when individuals make that decision and go, yeah, I'm calling it a day, I'm out of here, I suppose they maybe can be, or maybe they are a little bit nicer. That sounded nice anyway. Good luck to you.
That very first wave just creamed us while I was rolling along the bottom. You have to ask yourself, this really seems like a good idea. It's an honorable job. It's not for everybody.
You lose.
That's true. It's not for everybody. So yeah, definitely, you're going to get a dose of reality for those people that think that it's what they want to do. And then they get there and then go, yeah, actually, nah, this isn't what I want to do. But again, full credit to anybody that steps on the start line in the first place, puts in an application before they even get to the start line. Just putting in an application is huge. I don't know what the process is like in America, but I would assume, similar to other places where you want to go and join a special forces unit, one of the first things is you have to voluntarily submit your application first. And that is a huge step. That just in and of itself is a barrier too big for some people that they don't even put it in. He's right, though, definitely not for
The paddle is pretty much the same as taking the motor on the back of your boat and throwing it overboard. Hey, get over here. You know what that's going to do when you're in the surf zone and you got 80 pounds of gear each? You're just going to get crunched and you're possibly going to get killed. Enjoy your class. You're cold?
Very uncomfortable.
Okay, you're very uncomfortable. You're very cold.
I think I can do this for the next
6 months
or whatever.
You feel like you gave it your best shot.
I really do.
That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
There you go. Again, very simple, very, very polite, respectful. The guys come there. I like how they recorded the conversation and the questions that is asked. You feel like you've given it your best shot. Who you are. Feels like he has. Good luck to you. Far out. Wonder how many left.
All right, gents. You guys do 50 meters. To me, it's the same thing as 25. Okay, you got a goal that you have to meet. You want to stay in this training, you're going to have to do this swim. Okay? The key to it is stay relaxed. No matter how cold you are, no matter how tired you are, you got to stay relaxed and glide under there.
The evolution is simple. Jump in, front flip, and swim. It might seem a relief to swim in 80-degree water, but going 50 meters while holding your breath can create apprehension, and there is no hiding it. Phase 1 is a 9-week course intended to expose each student's commitment to endure hardship through physical stress. SEALs believe that if a man cannot withstand the stress of a beach or swimming pool in Coronado, California in peacetime, he will never survive in the conditions of sea, air, and land combat.
Man, I love this. I love the safety that's there for this task. I love the drill itself. The drop in, pin drop in, no manus for you Kiwis out there. Pin drop in, I think I heard them say front flip, then swim. So you're not pushing off no wall to give yourself that bit of extra time to streamline and glide, and then they're swimming. That's tough, man. 50 meters. I thought it was going to be like a one straight 50-meter length pool, but it looks like it's 25 meters. So you got to go, touch, then you've got to turn around and come back. So, the argument could be made, not really an argument, but the comment could be made, well, they get to push off for the second half and streamline. That's still hard, man. It's hard, like for a lot of people to just do a 25-meter breath hold without the front flip and with pushing off a wall. So to see these guys doing what they're doing, man, that's awesome. Awesome. But yeah, the safety that's there too. They're getting a bit of a wedgie from the safety guys, but that's just, I guess, to make sure that they get up in case, because their lungs will be at their, not breaking point, but at their capacity in terms of just screaming for air, wanting to get some air in.
All right, next group, into the water.
A little difficult. So stay relaxed. Take it all the way.
Hands up. Get up. Yeah. Do the Red Cross thing 4 to 6 minutes before you start with the brain damage on an average person. These guys are healthier than average. Stand up. Take them out. If you check the clock, you'll see they're really only on the water for 40 seconds.
Man, you see, that's effort right there, eh? These guys, clearly they're well prepared, well rehearsed, well drilled for this type of scenario, because they likely see it in every class that comes through. But just seeing these men, prepared to go through that, you look at it and it's like, oh yeah, they're only underwater for 40 seconds. It's still a long time given everything that they've gone through to get to this point, and now they're in here. Out. Full credit to them. 40 seconds, 50 meters with the dive, without pushing off the wall. Yeah, maybe somewhere between 40 and 50 seconds, I suppose. For some reason, I was thinking it might have been a little bit longer, but hey, these fellows will know better. Like, this is bread and butter for these guys.
So if they're passing out some kind of reflex response, they just lock up. They're all spun up, standing here on the side of the pool, a little anxiety. But I'm not concerned unless that guy is not breathing for 2 minutes straight.
Come back. Come back to the light. Or don't go to the light. Roll over. Roll over.
Nobody has gone beyond 30, 40 seconds. Absolute length of time not breathing.
What's your name?
823 Patrolling.
What's the name of the instructor that just saved your life?
I don't know.
Look back over there. Who is that?
Instructor Hoy.
Thank him for saving your life.
Thank you, Instructor Hoy.
Okay, stand up.
If you'd been standing over here, you would have been able to see him go out, eyes roll up, air come out of his mouth. He was out underwater. And the instructor that was running him was heads up, spotted that right away, and actually he was the one that brought him up. But he touched the wall, so he passes.
Breathe.
Get on your knees. Up on your knees.
There. You're seeing the average right here. Nothing's unusual. We're getting maybe a little bit more failures than we're used to getting.
Hey, hands to these.
Might have something to do with the temperature, the day they had. But the amount of people that are passing out is the same.
Okay. How many guys feel like they just went over a hurdle today they didn't really realize they were going to be able to go over?
Twice.
All right. You just proved to your bodies through your mind that you can push yourself a lot further than you thought possible. All right. That's the first hurdle. Feels good to get over a hurdle, doesn't it? Yeah! Good job.
That's awesome. See that many still there left. Getting through a hurdle like that, it's not easy, man. So massive respect. Awesome job. Here's the bell ringers. I'm guessing the guys that are quitting. Wonder how many there are.
By the end of day 2, 10 more students quit. For the 70 men remaining in class 234, the line between survival and failure is becoming more pronounced hour by hour. 13 days from now, 3 weeks after phase 1 starts, more students will cross the line, leaving behind only the committed. In the pre-dawn 53-degree chill of day 3, 4 more students quit, leaving 66 students to face another day. This routine will build until Hell Week, 6 days of non-stop 24-hour unrelenting hardship.
Do it again! Hey, being a marked man sucks. You don't want them to have to know your name, but that just means I got to put out 100.
Man, you just look at them, young, but not surprising given that you can sign up or join at 17. Unreal. All of this stuff they're going through day in, day out, week in, week out, prior to their Hell Week. So looking forward to getting to that and seeing
10%. It's tough for every day. Only easy day was yesterday, but I'm here and I'm ready to do it.
You know, I mean, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks and a long day. That's all it is, you know?
This is the Smurf crew, what's left of it. Lost 2 this morning, 1 yesterday.
Who was in the Smurf crew here that you lost?
Albers yesterday, Goodbye and Cheney today.
Cheney left too?
Cheney just left. Didn't want to be here.
Water's cold. And it's starting to chafe on my chest and rub my nipples off. Take a fix that.
The life vest stays the boats. If you have to pump them up,
Survive just like every day. One day at a time, one evolution at a time. I'm still standing. Excuse me.
Somebody go get the life jackets and paddles.
very polite, very respectful. Excuse me. Like, yeah, could have just walked off. These guys have got work to do. The camera crew clearly has been given as much access as they like. Seems like they can talk to whoever they like, just as long as the recruits, the candidates, don't spend too long in front of the camera for their interviews.
I've always wanted to be a SEAL since about 7th or 8th grade. I don't know, the idea of carrying a gun and killing bad guys sounded fun to me.
Hey, at least he's honest, eh? Carrying a gun and killing bad guys. There's lots of different mindsets and stuff for people that want to join the military in general, special forces in general. Yeah, not everybody's the same or got the same mindset, but yeah, full credit to him, eh? just putting it out there. Something good or something, words to that effect, about carrying guns and killing bad guys.
I want to be creeping in someone else's backyard with a creeping in mine. You know, I love my country, but I want to do things that people don't want to talk about, but know that gets done.
Shoemaker is in last place, the focus of an instructor the class respectfully calls Joey the Cat, so called for his skill at exposing a student's weakness and toying with it incessantly.
Legs getting tired. If you were to put out for exactly 15 seconds, you would catch the back of that pack, and then you can keep the same pace that you're keeping now, which will allow you to stay with the group.
The Cat is an equal opportunity instructor. No failure will go unnoticed.
If I were to actually look at my speedometer, we are actually going below zero. If you cannot pass a 4 mile time right now, you're not.
If I was to ask you to look at my pedometer, we are actually going below zero, or something like that. Jeez. Ruthless, relentless, eh? Just going along. Then you've got that megaphone just in your ear, calling you out for dragging the chain, basically. Jeez.
You can be able to pass a 4 mile time run 3 months from now. Simple math would tell me you're not going to make it. Strain makes a move. Strain makes it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. Strainer, shaper pulls ahead.
Get up there, Strain.
Pulls back because he is mentally weak.
Strain, you do not want to be in this goon squad. Sometimes they'll forget.
Man, these guys must have a lot of fun in terms of just that commentary there. Oh, it's neck and neck, it's neck and neck. Oh, and so pulls back because he's mentally weak. All right. They must have a good laugh, I reckon, when they get back to the instructors, that is, and maybe even the students, the candidates at times. Did you hear the blinking instructor saying when we were neck and neck, and then he says, "Yeah, I pulled back because I'm mentally weak." They must have a good laugh, surely.
Get to write what your diagnosis is. If you notice that is blank when you're leaving Bus Medical.
Not every evolution is physical, but even under calmer circumstances, anything can happen. Every student has been wet and cold all day, every day. When Gaines is unable to respond to a question, instructor Pat Stone moves in for a closer look. Gaines appears confused and on the verge of passing out. The stress is taking its toll.
Guys told me that I was incoherent, that they had to take me over to medical, said I was babbling on about things. I honestly couldn't tell you, from that point that it happened. So I don't really know.
You're all right. You're all right, okay? Here, open. Swallow.
What was that? I'm going to just try and rewind, see if I can pause on the... what is it?
Here.
I have no idea what that is. If somebody knows what that is, that he just squirts into Gaines's mouth, I think that was his name. Yeah, I'd love to know.
Open. Swallow.
Outside door.
On the third straight day of surf passage, boat crews continue to flounder.
Whoa!
With a night surf passage evolution scheduled for later tonight, instructors worry that the darkness will cause injuries.
Oh, they fell over. One's hit! Go! Two's hit! Go! Three's hit! Go! One out! Go! All right. We have a little bit more of a procedure going.
Races between boat crews continue to determine which crews are working together and which are not. Leg and his boat crew are winners for the third day in a row.
It's like boat crew 8, standing by, man, ready for sea. First place. We are instructor on Donald. All right. Well, guess what? It does pay to be a winner. So you take your boat crew and take seats on the starboard side of your boat.
We won the surf passage drag race. Got a bunch of strong guys in the boat that pull hard. They all listen to what they're supposed to do.
It's the begin. Boat crew 7, standing by, man, ready for sea. Okay, second place. Not too bad. But you know what second place is, right? First loser. There you go.
We can beat Leg.
faster. You just got lucky.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Extended arms, man.
Unreal how the camera crews just come at probably the most inconvenient times to clearly ask this individual how he's doing. Full credit to him for speaking. This looks like a strong group of men, with the amount of evolutions and stuff that they're doing out in the surf, coming back. Smiles. It pays to be a winner, I think, it pays to be a winner is the name of this part 2 episode. So yeah, clearly it does. I think that's on 30 minutes now. I think we'll wrap this one up in terms of this particular reaction, and I'll make sure I follow up with the other reactions so I don't let it go for so long like I have after the part 1. So yeah, really enjoying this. Great to see. Looking forward to seeing what snippets of their Hell Week, because it won't be showing the whole thing, obviously. So they're getting closer and closer to it, from what I can tell. So yeah, appreciate you, Zay. Thank you very much if you came here and stuck around listening to me rambling on. I sincerely do appreciate it. Yeah, I just can't thank you enough. So thank you very much. To anybody, as always, going through any difficulties, hard times, trials, challenges, just keep turning up. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Stay consistent and disciplined. Know that you're not alone, and just keep staying in the fight. Better days are ahead. I like the comment on here. The only easy day was yesterday. Navy SEAL term. The only easy day was yesterday. So just keep turning up. As lonely and as dark and as miserable as it may be, the sun will shine again. Better days are ahead, and there is a light at the end of that tunnel. So as always, go always a little further. Remember, who dares wins and who cares wins. And until the next video, a big mana wave coming from me to you, filled with my aroha, respect, appreciation, and gratitude for you all.